What's going on, Mitchell Renz, Tom Downey? You're watching NFL Daily. We're doing a live free agency Q&A. A way to get your questions on the show is to use hashtag FA or Super Chat. Like Jack, if they re-sign,
I think he means Dak here.
Dak, the Cowboys waive Cooper or Byron Jones.
Well, it would be a free agency. Then it would be a waiving. The Cowboys have enough cap space here, by the way, that they can pay Dak Prescott, they can pay Byron Jones, and they can pay Amari Cooper. If that's the route they want to go. I think what happens is they will get Dak's deal done, they'll keep Amari Cooper, and they will choose to let Byron Jones go because their evaluation of him is going to be lower than what the market and what the evaluation should be of him. So of the two, look, you can afford all three if you want, but I think Byron's going to end up leaving.
Appreciate you, Jack. Let's go to Mr. Drew09. Who's ready to get Tom heated? Type H for heated. Will Taysom Hill be a starting quarterback in 2020?
He's a gadget player, so I would hope not. Seriously, who's going to make Taysom Hill their starter?
Any team, because he's the GOAT, apparently.
Stop it.
Can't say Taysom Hill for the rest of the show.
The things that make Taysom Hill a valuable NFL player is that he can play every position on offense, save for the offensive line, and he's a special team star. You put him as starting quarterback, you literally can't let your starting quarterback do those things because he's going to get hurt or has a good chance of getting hurt. So if you want to maximize Taysom Hill, don't make him a quarterback. If he thinks he's going to be a franchise guy, I think he's going to be disappointed this offseason.
6 of 1
or
type
team
in
goes
Zaza,
crazy.
Taco, Hill, everything you
Can't say Taco.
Appreciate
guys.
you, 6. All right, let's go to Sam White. What's up, my dude? Do you think Antonio Brown will come back in the NFL?
Do you think he actually talked with John Gruden?
No.
I don't think he did either. Okay.
There's no way. There was a report that came out. Antonio was on a podcast. He's like, he talked to John Gruden today. Let me say this right now. Very talented player. I still think actually he could be a top 20 receiver after not playing last year. There is no way an NFL organization should ever bring this man in.
Look,
he's not stable.
He is a train wreck right now. You can't bring him in. For his own good, frankly.
Seriously.
Like, he has to get himself right, then you can explore that option. He can't come back to you right now.
The answer is no. Let's go to Jacob Williams. Where will Andy Dalton be next year?
I'll go with the Patriots if Brady's gone, which I don't think he is. And if not, I'll shoot my shot and just say the Chicago Bears in a Ryan Tannehill type of backup role.
So you stole my answer. I was going to go with the Chicago Bears.
So my answer was better. Sorry, Mitch. I was quicker on the draw.
Jacob,
shoot or shoot.
Shoot or shoot?
Yeah.
Oh, please. If anybody wants to challenge me to basketball, you let me know. I know I could beat Tom. Let's go to Troy Daniels. What's up, my brother? What team do you see having the most activity in free agency? So I like this question.
It's a good one.
See, when you look at just overall money, you could say the Dolphins. They have the most of the Colts, but it's not their MO.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Dallas.
I'm trying to think.
There's actually a part of me
Dallas,
that thinks
in terms of money, they might spend the most because they have to re-sign their own guys.
There's a part of me that thinks it might be the Raiders because you got a new city. They do actually have a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
And you got to spend because you got to figure out what you got, and you got to figure out what you got in Derek Carr. I'll go with the Raiders.
Maybe the Giants or Broncos. Both of them got a decent amount of cap space.
Giants got to build around Danny Dimes.
I don't know if the Bills want to get super aggressive yet, but they were super active last year at a lower cost. So I think in terms of volume, I'd watch out for Buffalo.
Okay. Appreciate you, Troy. It's a great question. If you guys want breaking NFL news on free agency, hit the sub button and notifications bell right now, because as soon as something happens during free agency, we're going to be making a video at it, and you want to be the first to know. So if you want to see who some of those top free agents are that could be signing the new locations, go check out our top 25 free agent video. If you want to see who the top running backs are, we made with that. There's 12 names in that video. Then heck, Tom Brady, one of the top guys, has been in a ton of NFL rumors.
Ridiculous amount.
Check out all of our videos. Hit the sub button. Subscribe. YouTube.com/JatSportsTV. Winston Shan knows it. Sub and the bell. What's up, my man? Rubes Magoobs. Make sure that you guys are using hashtag FA. Where could Todd Gurley end up via a trade with his contract? So Todd Gurley's been in some rumors. It's like the Rams are spending like over $100 million on 5 players. Donald, Goff, Cooks.
Yeah, and they'll redo some of those deals to free up money this year. Gurley's contract is somewhat tradable. It ends up coming in at 12.6 if he were to be traded. He's 26 years old. The injuries were a problem at Georgia. He was always a bit banged up, and kind of the case right now in the NFL. I think there were teams that would be interested in him. We mentioned a team like maybe the Bucs or the Dolphins if they want to spend on a running back. I'm not convinced that they want to. The Bills if they want to get wild with it. In the end, I don't think Todd Gurley's traded. I think they wait one more year, and then they can reevaluate in 2021 when there's a little bit more savings involved.
Next question, Randy, get a pick. Who is realistic defensive tackle for the Cowboys in free agency and in the draft?
If Kinlaw's there in round 1, I think that makes some sense for them. I don't think Derek Brown's an option. There are a bunch of Big 12 players, some Utah kids like Lucky Fotu that could make sense beyond round 1. Chris Jones is not realistic. DJ Reader is probably your expensive realistic option. I throw out a name like Mike Pinnell, the Chiefs' nose guard. Fits, I think, what Mike Nolan wants to do on defense. And I think he's going to be cheap enough that he fits the Cowboys' offseason game plan.
Let's go to my man Barrett, B49. Okay, who is more likely to get $40 million per year? Dak or Watson? So D for Dak, W for Watson. I don't even think it's close.
Do you want to go on 3?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Watson. Okay, you're right. Yeah, it's Deshaun Watson because Deshaun Watson, his contract isn't up for a little bit. He can afford to wait, and he's eligible for extension now. If he waits till after Mahomes signs, he might end up getting 40 pretty easily. Mahomes gonna destroy the quarterback market. Everyone's gonna get pulled up as a result, which is why you do the Dak deal now because you save money if you think ahead.
So D for Dak, W for Watson. The answer though, it's Deshaun Watson. If you guys want to bet on sports the entire year, you can do it at BetDSI. There's NBA. They just now got out more odds for MLB if you want to bet on MLB as well.
Betting on the Astros a cheat again.
Oh, boy. How about the Mets to win the World Series? Who thinks I'm crazy?
Why are you wasting your money?
My entire family. Chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code NFL120. Get 120% deposit bonus. Jacob, how much money do I have to give you to get a picture? Does A.J. Green return to Cincy?
I think yes, he does. I'd say it's more likely. The real question is, do they give him a big extension or do they franchise tag him and, probably end up upsetting him as well?
Let's go to my man Dalton Smith, looking a lot like Antonio Brown these days. Which players the Saints should go after in free agency? So which players should the Saints go after in free agency? They don't have a lot of money to work with, though. They think they have, $13 million, I believe, right now in cap space. I think they need to figure out what are we doing with our quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think for the Saints, that's where it comes in is what's the move at quarterback?
Drew Brees, Bridgewater, Taysom Hill.
Which combination or which player do you choose to re-sign? If it's not Drew Brees, maybe you save a little bit then on an extension, but he still has a big dead cap hit on you. So you're probably looking at bargain bin moves, maybe another corner. Maybe you try and find a receiver. I don't know what DeMarcus Robinson's market's going to look like. That might be a surprisingly expensive one. And if that's the case, he probably doesn't make some sense. But I'd say receiver, defensive back, linebacker might be the areas you try and target.
Let's go to a Raider fan. What up, Krupp? Appreciate you watching. Where will Melvin Gordon end up? It's a good question. Chargers running back. I actually don't even think he's the best free agent running back on his own team.
Yeah, Austin Eckler's an RFA. I think that's pretty fair. I would kind of strongly consider maybe Miami. Just throwing that out there as an option.
That have a lot of money. The Bucks?
His market's not the same anymore. I think the Bucks make some sense. I don't think the Bills want to throw big money, but if you want to pair Singletary and Gordon, that's kind of exciting to me.
Maybe the Texans? Okay.
Houston makes some sense. I think Gordon might sign a one-year deal and try and re-enter again next offseason.
Well, if he's trying to do a one-year prove deal, I'm going to the Texans. Let's go to Matt S. What up, my dude? Byron Jones replacement. So we have Byron Jones, the number one cornerback on our free agent top
smart.
25. So what about the Cowboys if they have to replace him? Any options?
If you're not signing Byron Jones because the market was too expensive, and that means if you're looking for free agency, you have to pay still. Like the free agency market, the whole point of it is designed to get payers played, and in most cases, more than what you want to pay in reality. So I'd say it's not in free agency so much as you'd probably spend a pick or two early on in the NFL draft trying to find a new corner.
Well, Tom, if you didn't get MK, or if you guys didn't get your loved ones anything for Valentine's Day, you might be getting replaced. So here to help you out, we got 15% off all gifts and flowers. Show your loved ones that you care so you don't end up on the free agent market. Go to chatsports.com/flowers. 15% off all flowers gifts. They got teddy bears, white chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, all sorts of good stuff here. Dylan's all about the chocolate life. So go get yourself some food, candy, flowers at chatsports.com/flowers. Don't get replaced. Not on Valentine's Day. What up, John? Which player should the Panthers target in free agency? Defense.
Name a defender. Carolina is in a really precarious spot this offseason because of their own free agents. Carolina is set up. That's the thing. It's not even just James Bradbury. Like, he's probably the most notable one. You've already lost Luke Kuechly.
Yep.
Mario Addison's a free agent. Bruce Irvin's a free agent. Gerald McCoy, Kyle Love, Vernon Butler, Stacey McGee are free agents. 4 of your top 5 defensive tackles are free agents. 2 of your top 3 defensive passers are free agents. Your number 1 corner, James Bradbury, is a free agent. Ross Cocker, who could be your nickel's a free agent. Your number 2 safety, Trey Boston's a free agent. You got needs everywhere. Literally every spot on the defense has a giant question mark right now for Carolina. So name a defender, go target him.
All right, John. Appreciate you. But seriously, my man, come on. Get picked. What's up, Jack? Landing places for Jadeveon Clowney. Hashtag Raider Nation. I saw ESPN predicted Jadeveon Clowney to go to the Raiders. It was like 5 years, 125. I think he stays in Seattle unless they try to tag him.
He's made it clear he wants to play for a winner. He did not want to go to Miami. The Colts could be a dark horse there, but they're not a big spender in free agency. I'd love to see him in Buffalo. I think that's already a really good defense. You add him in, oh boy, that's really strong there. I think the Bucs could maybe make some sense, but I like to see him in Seattle or Buffalo. I think those 2 schemes fit his talents a little better than even he did in Houston.
Jack, appreciate your question. Make sure that you guys are using hashtag FA to get your questions here on our live NFL Daily show. So we got the sports influencer. Okay, who should the Giants pursue? What do you think about Conklin and Ngakoue? I'll be honest, when I first read it, I saw Colin.
Of course you read Colin? Oh, I thought you were going to read something different there. Well, we do have a Giants video up about free agency, so check that out on the channel, my friend. I think Jack Conklin and Yannick Ngakoue are great fits for what the Giants. You got to find a right tackle. Yep. Not what you've been throwing out there. That makes sense. You got to find the premier pass rusher. If those guys aren't franchise tagged, I think New York should be at the front line. You got $62 million. Invest in those spots. I know they're going to be expensive. That'd be a big-time pickup for New York, one or both of them, frankly.
You got Jason Douglas. Picture looks like Tom after a beer. Where does Sue go?
Not a cat.
So where does Dominican Sue go?
I think Sue will wait to sign again in the offseason. He's done it the past couple years to kind of after the draft, see what the market looks like. He's kind of a hired hitter at this point, and he does that role pretty well. There will be interest in his team. Or from teams in him. I think he's going to wait a little bit and kind of wait and see what the market looks like, what contender wants to take a shot on him and pay him some big-time money.
We got a Triple X. What's up, my dude? One of our most loyal watchers using hashtag FA. What are the chances of the Cowboys getting Justin Simmons?
Pretty low because I don't think Denver's going to allow him to leave. And I think there's a decent chance of the 2.
Also,
I think
he's a safety. The Cowboys don't like safeties.
Well, I think they're finally going to invest in one this offseason. The Broncos are more likely to tag Simmons than Chris Harris.
Okay.
And I think there's a good chance he does get franchise tagged. And if he's not, Denver's going to try and bring him back on a long-term deal. So if he hits the open market, I'm calling him immediately. I don't think he ends up getting franchise tagged, though.
Let's go to Sam.
It's your market.
Let's go to Sam White. Appreciate the question. Where will Superman Cam go? So where will Cam Newton go?
I think staying is still the most likely option. If not, I'd say Carolina and Chicago are the 2 most sensible spots for him.
We also made a video on our channel about the top destinations for Cam Newton. We did it about a month ago. Go check it out on our channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Heck, just type in Cam Newton, Chat Sports. You can find everything you need on Mr. Superman Cam. So there was a lot of questions that came in. I'm sorry we didn't get to them all. You can blame producer Dylan. Maybe that's why you shouldn't get a raise. So DM Tom on Twitter if we missed your question at WhatGoingDowney. Or you can DM me on Instagram at MitchellRens365.